We're live. Hi ladies. I wanted to hop on here and do a live very quickly while I'm just getting ready because there's something that has been weighing on me for the past few days. I literally had to delete TikTok. We're gonna talk about that because I think I'm gonna title this TikTok triggers, how people's triggers aren't your problem. And I need to talk about that because I had to get rid of TikTok because all TikTok is becoming is like think pieces and like people basically complaining and I couldn't do it anymore. So I'm getting ready. Give me a second, I need to get some eyeshadows. So I'm getting ready because my husband's job is having some Thanksgiving thing. Oh my gosh, I just did my nails and that ruined it. Okay, that's fine. But anyways, yeah, we're having some Thanksgiving get-together thing with his job. I don't really know what's gonna happen. I just know there's food there and I'm excited for it. I don't know if you guys have seen this controversy with the user Slim Kim. I've followed her on TikTok specifically. I've followed her for a hot minute, like, I don't know, maybe the last year, 6 months or so. And she basically went on to her own, TikTok page and said she loves being skinny. Like, she just likes to be skinny, whatever. That's her thing. I don't really care one way or another. I'm skinny, so like, okay, get it. But then it just turned into think piece after think piece, all these nuanced takes, especially when it comes to the feminine energy community, the femininity community. And it has just gotten increasingly, I don't know, a bit more frustrating because all these people are coming on here and talking about how this is all turning into some like kind of tradwife conservative, like the rise of being skinny is happening again, and honestly people are comparing it with the election and how so many states wound up swinging red and all this stuff, talking about how, okay, we're going back in time, everyone wants to be skinny again. And I don't think that's true. I think people are just thinking about health and working out, and a lot of users on TikTok are like Gen Z. And a lot of us are getting older. We are understanding how to take care of our bodies, what we need to do to take care of our bodies. And that's working out, and that's health, and that's fitness, and that's understanding what's in our foods. And because it's never been this bad before. I don't think there's ever been a time where we've had to really monitor what's in our food up until now, right? So that leads me into, okay, what about the femininity community? And that's kind of what I was talking about, or I mentioned slightly before, is a lot of these takes are discussing how the feminine energy community and these women talking about femininity and being stay-at-home wives or moms, whatever it is, that it coincides with this new wave of conservatism in the country. I don't know. It's just projecting, and it's more and more people trying to use like fear and these big buzzwords, usually like these nuanced political takes, and using all these different buzzwords to try to almost instill fear or make people worry or sound like they're getting at something when they're really not. I don't really know how to explain it. Okay, so I did my eye. I don't know, they've just done like a smoky eye. I'm actually going to cover some of my red marks. This was bad. This was rough the other day. But like I was saying, I saw this one video and this girl was like going off, and all the comments were like, yes, I've been waiting for someone to speak about this. Like, I've been waiting for someone to say this. Like, I didn't know how to explain it. And it's kind of like demonizing those that want to embrace their femininity, and basically telling them that, like, Nara Smith is a good example. Oh, like, she's an example of, conservatism and how we're slowly going back in time. And she said, like, body fascism, which basically, when I looked it up, is basically saying and talking about people judging you or treating you differently based on your body, which that's where I kind of like question, because I'm like, okay, well, if it was a bigger girl saying that she loved her body and people were complimenting her, like, is it, I don't know, like, that's also like people skinny like Slim Kim saying they love their body, and then people, you know, demonizing her and like, you know, having all these think pieces made about this one thing she said. Like, wouldn't that be body fascism as well? I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I'm not formulating an opinion. I'm just saying I had to delete TikTok because what that girl was talking about, who, not Slim Kim, the one that made that like think piece or whatever, which I've gotten so many of them. It just sounds like insanely triggered people projecting onto others. And I've had think pieces talking about that, and then I've had other think pieces like agreeing with me and saying, oh yeah, like it's a bunch of triggered individuals that want to complain, yada yada yada. But then other ones are saying like, no, like this is a cause for concern. We need to be concerned about, you know, all this clean girl makeup and Ozempic and everyone wanting to be skinny now and thick is no longer in, like as if, I don't know, like it's talking about how trends tie into political ties. And well, yes, like there's different things trending, I also feel like a lot of these people are chronically online. Like, not everyone is on Tread Wife's side of TikTok, or like wants to be skinny, or on femininity or feminine energy TikTok. Like, some of these people just are just living their life and they can just relate to certain things, if that makes sense. And what's frustrating now about TikTok, and why I haven't deleted my account, let me just make sure. Okay, I got this done, I covered my blemishes, just making sure I'm doing everything in order. Eyebrows, because every time I do one of these videos I get distracted. Oh my gosh, I left my eyebrow pencil downstairs. Give me 1 second. My issue with TikTok lately is, because I've been doing TikTok, I still have my account, I just deleted the app because I noticed I was just getting like, it was just wasting a lot of my time. I was on it for way too much time out of my day, because I was thinking, okay, like I gotta get on here to see what's trending so I can understand like what to post, and you know what audios are like viral right now, and you know, things of that nature. But the issue with TikTok now in the last year is that the only way to make money now is through, you know, videos that are over a minute long, and they can't be copying someone else's whatever. Like, there's all these rules now to making money on TikTok, and in my opinion, it's kind of out of like the greed that TikTok has, because before people were making money just for 15-second funny clips and dance videos. Like, that's what TikTok was about. It like came off of Musically. It wasn't all these think pieces after think pieces, and that is what's frustrating, is people, I'm getting more and more think pieces solely because people want to make money. Yes, I'm sure people have like their own opinions and such, I get it, but majority of the time people are making this long form content, complaining, projecting, you know, thinking that everything needs to be about them, and they go on the internet and they just complain about it because they need to meet the goal of a minute long video so they can get paid for it. And it's just starting to I don't know how this is gonna blend on my nose, like it's like a stark difference, but it's just getting increasingly frustrating, and I feel like there's no peace. There's no peace on TikTok, because it's everyone formulating their own opinion. Like, yes, I get it, and it's not like right when you get on TikTok, it's the people you follow, it's random people that you don't know projecting and, you know, talking about their own triggers. And you have to kind of sit there and like listen to it, or yeah, you can scroll past, but once you get think piece after think piece, you're like, okay, like what's the problem? Like, what's going on? Because TikTok just wants people to stay on the app longer. And while I get that, it's like if I want to watch think pieces, or I want to, I'm interested in some educational aspect, like I'll go on YouTube for it. And I get it, like I have, the algorithm is algorithming, that's what pops up for me. Like, yeah, is that partially my fault? Yes, because I'm the one that, is making the algorithm that way. I'm watching these full-length videos, so I'm gonna get more. But I miss old TikTok. Like, I miss when I could just make a funny TikTok and it would get thousands and thousands of views. Now, I feel like TikTok does not really like to push. Where is my setting powder? But yes, like there's those viral videos, that are 10, 15 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever it is. But those won't make you money anymore. So now people are kind of more forced to like make these long, super long videos, and some of them are just out of like have no taste either. It gets so frustrating. Oh, did you see that? All that powder? Oh my gosh. Oh, more. I didn't realize I picked up that much. Okay. I'm gonna do it lightly on my nose because my nose is gonna get dry by the end of the night and it's not gonna be a good look. But yeah, I had to delete TikTok because people are sitting there and they are continuously projecting their own insecurities. So when it comes to like the Slim Kim and her being skinny and people saying that that's wrong, or now we're going into a more conservative movement where skinny is like acceptable and now we're reverting back to, pretty and skinny privilege and whatever. And it's like, no, like even the most famous artists like Ice Spice, I mean, she was just thick and curvy. Or like Lizzo, like they are also losing weight, but people think they are like also part of the problem and propagandic in that term, like whatever it is. I'm like, guys, like maybe some people just genuinely like want to be healthy. I don't know. I don't know. But it's getting to be extremely, extremely ridiculous. Like I really can't deal with it anymore. But I wish people wrote in journals more. Can I say that out loud? I really wish people wrote in their journals, because all that TikTok is now, like it's so different from Instagram Reels. Like Instagram Reels does not do any of this. Like Instagram Reels is kind of what TikTok was, and Instagram Reels has always kind of maintained to be the same thing. Where was I going with that? Okay, that looks good. I forgot where I was just going with that. Oh, okay. I think I kind of remember. So, it's now a majority of people on TikTok being triggered and projecting their own insecurities onto other people, and that is energetically draining. Like, I used to go on TikTok to just shut my brain off. I go on Instagram to shut my brain off. Yeah, like you get a little hit of dopamine from something funny, or you see like a creator that you like, but now TikTok has just become people competing for money and putting all these think pieces and trying to have like either the craziest take, people making like click and rage bait for fun. Because, I was a victim of that too. I was like, I need views. I want to get money. Like, I want to get paid. And when you're reaching for only money and that's all you care about, like, you're not ever going to make the cash that you really want, I feel like. Like, people who are just making rage bait and stuff, I don't know. It didn't work out in my favor. I think I made, like, one once. And it didn't blow up, like nothing happened with it, and I was like, I'm not even like a fan of this video. I wound up deleting it because that's what everyone's trying to do. Everyone's just trying to compete for views now instead of just actually making like entertaining content, and some people are entertained by like think pieces and all that type of stuff, but after a while, like, because people are so desperate and fiending to make money, TikTok has just become trigger central. You're either on there with your trigger projecting, or you're watching someone who's triggered projecting onto you, and it's this whole thing, and it drains you of your feminine energy. It depletes you of it because you're literally sitting there listening to people complain. But I felt like I was no longer getting inspiration for content I want to make off TikTok. I get it mostly from YouTube now, honestly. Mostly from YouTube. Because on TikTok, all I see, I feel like on TikTok, I just get annoyed with what people are saying. And then, like, I make a video about that. Or people are, like, talking about their problems, and then I'm, like, making a video about that or something. And I also think the crazy part is TikTok knows what they're doing. TikTok, of course, they want longer content for people to stay on the app, but I feel like the triggering content that people make, TikTok knows that people are getting like riled up about different things and all these talk pieces and nuanced takes that they know that people will wind up using the app even more and probably making their own content on it as well. You know, it could be me. Maybe I need to change my own algorithm and get more like dancey TikToks or something that actually helps me turn my brain off. And also there are some people who their entire account is literally just complaining. Literally just complaining about a celebrity, complaining about some user, always complaining. Like, their whole account is dedicated to these takes because they make and profit money off of it. Like, don't you get tired? Like, doing that every single day is kind of crazy. And I also feel like some of these people create some of these takes that they probably don't even truly align with, and it's just to get the bag. Like, you know, there's other people that create long videos and it's like, oh, I'm 50, here's what I learned by the time I was 50, or 20 things I wish I knew at 20, and stuff like that. And I feel like that is incredibly helpful. But people sitting there and complaining about this creator, that creator, and saying that they're doing this and they're doing that, and it's like, girl, you're chronically online. Like, you need to take a step back for a minute, and what about your reality? Like, stop worrying about the people on the internet and those around you. Like, take a moment and just cater to yourself. Like, step out of all these identifiers that you have. I always talk about this. I feel like a big thing with identifiers is it's easier for you to get triggered. When you are consistently saying, I am this person, I identify as this, or I look like this, so I need to care about these issues, like things like that. I feel like sometimes it's good to have that, and it's important to know your identity and have identifiers. But if that is your entire life and you don't know who you are at a soulful level, then all these things are going to trigger you. Everything is going to be a trigger for you because you feel like you're being consistently attacked on whatever identifier you have. Excuse me while I do my eyeliner. And also, all these think pieces, people see them and just believe what people are saying. Like, guys, do not believe everything someone says on the internet. Like, yeah, I believe what I believe, and I feel like I give great advice. But that doesn't mean that you have to believe it. It's kind of like Share 7. Like, if we're talking about the femininity community, Share 7 says things, and they don't all resonate with me. I don't have to take all her advice. There's some things I like and some things I don't. But I feel like, especially, I don't know if it's just the internet or it's TikTok in general, but I feel like it's worse now. Like, everyone feels like content needs to be curated for them. Like, if it's on their For You page, like, how could you not include them in whatever you're talking about? Like, how could Slim Kim say she enjoys being skinny? Only skinny people can relate to that. Not everyone can relate to it, so it shouldn't exist. It shouldn't be online, which that's what I feel like is happening now. People feel like everything needs to align with them, especially on TikTok. Like, not everything on the internet is made for you. Not everything is made for you to consume. Not everyone is going to be included all the time. And I wish more people recognize that. Because now it just turns into, like, what about me? What about this? What about that? And it's like, also, not everyone can think of every possible outcome in the entire world when they're making a video. Like, you could make the most, that's also it. The users on TikTok too are atrocious. Like, listen, you have to really blow up on YouTube to get a negative comment, because YouTube is all about searching. It's about finding what you're interested in, and you get recommended videos. Like, whereas TikTok, it's like, if the algorithm is so shady, and if it really doesn't know who your core audience is, a hater, anyone could get it. Anyone could get it. And they will leave just the most vile comments. Like, it's crazy. TikTok is insane. And I also feel like I can't express what I need to express because I don't think the right people get to it. I do feel like TikTok is oversaturated. I think the internet can be oversaturated in general, but I do think TikTok is truly oversaturated right now. And I just think that's in general. I feel like many people are having trouble finding their target audience. You know, I would try to do all the little TikTok tricks and hacks. I would follow all the people that said, this is how you grow your TikTok account. And it wouldn't grow. And I'd be like, you know, it's just not my time yet. It's just not my time yet. But here on YouTube, I feel like it's so much easier to find like-minded people because they're actively searching for it. TikTok is more like, you never see, when you follow someone, you never really see their content unless you hit the following tab. Immediately when you open TikTok, it's like the For You page for you to consistently find like new creators and stuff, right? But on YouTube, like, you have to go out of your way to find self-development and growth. And that's why it's so much easier to gain a following, because it's people who actually care about that stuff. It's people that actually want to level up their lives. And it's not people that have such a closed, ignorant mindset, or they're not, you know, fully enlightened about things. Because it's so easy for someone to stumble across your video and spew negativity on it because they don't understand it yet. That's one thing about feminine energy and healing, self-healing, all those things. Like, if it's so easy, because TikTok is filled with people scrolling that use social media as a way to cancel out and close out their reality. It's a way for people to escape. We know that. Social media in general does that. But that's why it's so much easier to get randos that don't support you at all to comment nasty things on your page. Because TikTok's algorithm is just like spewing you out to whoever, trying to find, you know, who's going to engage with it. And you can get some haters. You can get some serious haters. Whereas on YouTube, it's like, oh, I know this person. When I search up, you know, how to get over a heartbreak, you know what you're looking for. And you know that you're on a different path than other people, and you want to follow creators that create content around self-healing, leveling up, femininity, whatever it may be. And I just feel like TikTok lacks that. TikTok is all about complaining now, I honestly feel like. And that's the thing. People in the comments project onto you. Oh my gosh, when I started TikTok, I would get so many men specifically projecting onto me and feeling a certain way about the things that I make. I would get random messages. Like, on YouTube, I get sweet comments and messages, you know, of people that actually want to do this work and want to look for, you know, a good man or whatever it may be. Whereas when I talk about men on my TikTok, oh my gosh, it was just a bunch of wounded men projecting onto me, insecure. Like, it's just filled with that. Okay, that looks good. So, ladies, be careful. When you are on social media, don't let other people's triggers affect you. Especially if you want to create content, like, don't allow... Oh, I forgot to do my lip liner. I can't find my brown lip liner, so I've been using eyeliner. Where'd I put it? Which you have to be careful because it doesn't, like, blend as easily. Where'd I put it? I probably put it in here. If you want to create content, you have to understand that people are consistently going to project onto you. They'll project their limited beliefs, their insecurities, if they're not ready for what you have to say. And that's the thing. People are searching for what you have to say on YouTube. They're ready for it. They want to learn. On TikTok, you can get just random people. The algorithm is just going to shoot out whoever, and you will get haters. You'll get haters, you'll get mean comments, you'll get people saying you're stupid or talk about your looks, whatever it may be. Don't let that impact you. Do not let that get to you. Don't allow any man or any fake profile, because a lot of these profiles don't have a picture and they have random names under them on TikTok. Don't allow them and how they stay small affect you. You know, because that's what a lot of these people want. A lot of these people go on TikTok to trigger people because they themselves haven't done the work to actually better themselves and fix what triggers them. So do not allow random people on the internet to suck you of your feminine energy. Don't allow them to trigger you. Do your inner work and do it real well, so you do not have to face any type. When you do face, I won't say you have to, but when you face any negativity or people trying to lower your vibration, it doesn't get to you. Because when I was on TikTok and stuff, and I'd get those mean comments, yeah, there'd be a moment where I'd be like, okay, this is getting to be a lot. But now that I'm on YouTube, and YouTube is my primary focus, because God shows you signs every day. My TikTok growth has been pretty stagnant. Like, I took a break from social media because I was moving, and it had been pretty stagnant on TikTok, and it still is. But immediately I post on YouTube and I see progress, unlike TikTok, because TikTok is just not for me. And I don't, you know, as a creator, you don't need to be on every piece of social media. You don't need to. So I am glad that I got rid of TikTok. I catch myself like wanting to randomly go on it when I switch between apps, because I'm like trying to figure out what to fill my day with. Like, I'll go on Instagram, Facebook, and then, you know, I'll check YouTube. But that's really it. But it's because I knew being on TikTok, I wasn't getting anything useful out of it. You don't get anything that lights you up, that sparks you up, at least under my algorithm. And that's that's partially my fault. But when TikTok is filled with just low energy, low vibe, it's like I only could really use it to create really quick and then get off. I can't keep scrolling on it anymore. Don't let people's negative energy and aura bring you down. Be careful what you listen to on the internet. Be careful what, information you're ingesting, because it can easily suck you of your feminine energy, of all your creativity, all of it, because that's what I found TikTok was doing to me. Like, I would be sitting there listening to people's triggers over and over and over again, them complaining about the smallest things. And I'm like, there's so much more to life. Like, there's way more to life. Use your God-given gifts, instead of trying to nitpick what other people are saying and, trying to create these minute or longer videos so you can make a quick buck. There's way more to life than that. So I'm all ready. I hope you guys like my headband, but I am all ready. Oh my gosh, I gotta fix my hair. And I'm going to go get ready because I have to leave in like an hour. So I will see you ladies. I'm gonna post a video probably tonight or tomorrow. So I will see you soon. Bye.